Have you ever noticed? The most successful people in the world talk less. They listen. They observe. They stay calm while everyone else is busy making noise. It's not because they're shy. It's because they've discovered something powerful: silence. This is the story of why silence isn't weakness, it's one of the greatest forms of strength. We live in a world that never stops talking. Everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants attention. On social media, in meetings, even in our own homes, there's a constant pressure to fill the space with words, to prove we have something to say. But in all that noise, very few are actually listening. Think about it. When was the last time you were in a conversation where someone was truly present, not just waiting for their turn to speak? The more we speak without purpose, the less we understand what truly matters. We get caught up in the chatter, the notifications, the endless stream of opinions, and we lose touch with our own thoughts. Noise is easy. It's a default setting. Silence, on the other hand, takes discipline. It requires us to be comfortable with ourselves, to face our own inner world without distraction. It's a conscious choice to step back from the chaos and find clarity. But what is silence, really? It's not just the absence of sound, it's the presence of awareness. When you intentionally stay quiet, you begin to hear things others don't. You notice the subtle shift in someone's tone of voice, the unspoken emotion in a room, the patterns and opportunities hidden just beneath the surface of everyday life. Great minds throughout history, from ancient monks meditating in monasteries to modern-day billionaires planning their next move, have mastered this art. They understand that silence is the soil where deep thinking grows. They use it to think, to plan, and to lead. In silence, you're not just passively waiting. You are actively observing, processing, and understanding the world on a much deeper level. It's where you connect with your own intuition and find the answers that can't be heard in the noise. There's a fascinating science behind this. Psychologists have found that silence helps the brain regenerate and think more creatively. When you're constantly bombarded with external stimuli, the pings from your phone, the constant chatter, your brain is in a reactive, survival mode. It's just trying to keep up. But when you introduce moments of quiet, your brain switches from this high alert state to a more strategic, thoughtful mode. This is why calm people often make the best decisions. They see the situation clearly when everyone else is panicking because their minds aren't clouded by noise. They can access the parts of their brain responsible for problem solving and long-term planning. Silence doesn't just make you feel more peaceful. It literally sharpens your intuition and builds emotional intelligence by giving you the space to process feelings instead of just reacting to them. You can see this principle of silent power in action everywhere if you look closely. In corporate boardrooms, it's often the smartest person in the room who speaks last. They take the time to listen to all perspectives before offering their own well-considered opinion. In sports, the greatest athletes stay silent and focused before a big game, conserving their mental and emotional energy for the moments that count. In leadership, silence earns respect. We've all known someone who talks constantly, and over time, their words start to lose their impact. But when a quiet, thoughtful leader speaks, everyone listens. Why? Because they've learned that words lose their power when you use them too often. When you speak less, every single word starts to carry more weight, more authority, and more meaning. Your silence communicates confidence and control. So, how can you bring this power into your own life? It doesn't mean you have to become a hermit. It's about integrating small, intentional moments of quiet into your day. Try waking up just 15 minutes before the world does. Spend those few minutes in silence, just being present. No phone, no news, no noise. Throughout your day, practice listening more than you speak. In conversations, challenge yourself to truly hear what the other person is saying without planning your response. And most importantly, learn to pause before reacting. When you feel a strong emotion, anger, excitement, frustration, take a deep breath. Give yourself a moment of silence. Let that silence be your filter, because not every thought deserves to become a word. You'll start to notice how this newfound peace attracts clarity, and how that clarity creates real, tangible success in your life. In the end, silence is not empty, it's full of answers. In a world that never stops talking, choose to be the one who listens, because the quiet ones, they're not ignoring the world. They're mastering it. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content that helps you think deeper. See you next time.